All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. It is episode 109, so that means we're reviewing the Netflix release Day Shift. Day Shift is directed by J.J. Perry with a screenplay by Tyler Tice and Shay Hayton, story by Tyler Tice, cinematography by Toby Oliver, edited by Paul Harb, music by Tyler Bates. Production companies are 8711 Entertainment, Impossible Dream Entertainment, distributed by Netflix with a release date of August 12th, 2022, and a runtime of 114 minutes. This straight-to-streaming movie had a budget of $100 million and currently has a 58% on the tomato meter with 74 reviews from critics and 63% audience score from 250 plus ratings. So, we are going to give our thoughts starting now. I'm waiting for someone else to say something.
So apparently J.J. Perry is like a stunt coordinator. Does a lot of stunts.
It fucking feels like it.
He's known for Mortal Kombat.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
he's a stunt dumble.
The newest one?
Oh, no, the original ones. He played a few of the ninjas.
He was Johnny Cage's stunt double too.
Yeah,
uncredited.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he's any other ninjas because like they don't give him. I guess unless he's uncredited.
I mean, yeah, he probably is.
But I don't know. Like, so he. I see it like on his wiki. It's like for the. Oh, that got loud.
Oh yeah, you got real loud.
But yeah, so can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know what I did that. But anyway, so he's like known for that. And so I'm wondering if it's like, oh, did he do the stunts for those? Or since it was just like, oh, this character, since they're kind of like one-off characters in the franchise, they just uncredit him.
You're saying like background ninjas?
I don't know that they ever really... I mean, he's never credited as the character though, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is someone else credited as a character and he just did their stunts? Or was he actually the person? Okay, so that's what I think it is.
He was probably no name enough that they were like, we're not crediting you. We'll pay you, but we're not putting you in the credits.
Man, he did, Django Unchained, he did stunts for that.
I mean, the stunts in this movie are where it shines.
Yeah.
Yeah, people just throwing themselves.
Bro, the amount of times people fucking slam their heads on the ground is ridiculous.
This movie has so much parkour, I feel, when I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Every time someone's just jumping all crazy, I'm just like, parkour.
This movie might have the highest per capita contortionist to regular actors I've ever seen in any movie. That are the same woman doing the same contortionist moves.
Yeah.
It probably was the same woman. Poor her, dude. She probably had to work fucking 12-hour days.
Dude. Yeah, for all 13 days of the shoot or however long it took.
She was in that little box, too, and then came out of there.
Uh-huh.
But, like, honestly, when I watch this movie, I think, like, oh, man, this is almost what I would want, like, you know, like, video game movies to be. Where it's, like, it's fine. Like, but I also think, too, it's like...
They don't take themselves seriously.
Correct. They know what movie they're in, and then also too, I guess maybe I wasn't as hard on this because it doesn't have source material I care about.
That's what I was just about to bring up, is that I think maybe you're not being as harsh because you don't have the Uncharted games to compare it to, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have any great storytelling source to compare it to.
It's just general like knowledge, I guess, that's one could have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, when you watch it, you're like, oh, because it gives me that, like, cheesy action and, like, it's really high stunt. Some of the characters, one in particular has a terrible accent.
Wait,
and
which one? The main villain or one of the brothers?
One of the brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It goes in and out. Like, I'm okay with it being, I'm okay having a bad accent. It's worse, though, when it goes in and out.
I'm okay with it going in and out. I know what I'm getting. Getting into when I watch this movie. It's a straight fucking B movie shit fest.
But what I loved is, so one of the brothers is like known for the Undisputed franchise, which is another like B-list, fighting thing or whatever. Like he's the main person, like he's the villain, and then he ends up.
Was it
like,
Michael J. White in that?
He was
one of those Undisputed.
Yeah. So
the first one
in Undisputed 2, when Michael J. White fights him. One of the brothers, and then the brother, and then he takes on the franchise.
The one with the more consistent accent.
Yes, because he actually speaks that language, I think, is why.
Oh,
so that's just the way he speaks.
So the dude from Reba was just trying to copy the accent and he couldn't do it?
Yes. So, but he also might be put on like, so that guy's an English accent, but he played like a Russian prisoner in that franchise. So he was using that same accent he used for that franchise.
Yeah.
So it was more consistent. It just feels like, and I wonder if, I don't know if that's his actual accent or the one he like made up, but it's like, it's more consistent. It's like, seems over the top, but it's consistent.
So really quick, moving on from characters just briefly, they shot this movie in 3 days.
It feels like it.
Under production, it says principal photography was scheduled to take place in Los Angeles, California between April 19th and August. Oh, I read that wrong. Woo, I was going to say, holy shit.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. Never mind. It went from April 19th to August 22nd.
Was this like 3-4 months?
Yeah. I don't know that they needed all that, but maybe it's because all the actors were busy.
Maybe it's because of the intersection they had to shut down.
Probably. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't think it's spoilers to say that there's a car chase in this movie, and it is probably the worst car chase I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I want to say, thanks to Michael Bay and Ambulance, we're getting all these drone shots.
I was thinking that too. As soon as I saw it, I thought of you.
I don't think the drone shots took me out of it, though.
They were fine.
Because I was so out of it already.
Dude.
I was like, this sucks. Mm-hmm. So that might be the only time I looked at my phone. Was during that chase scene.
I don't mind like even when I watched The Gray Man. It's like I don't really like those drone shots. Like they don't bother me. Like it's
those were fine because they were establishing shots.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, he's making a left turn. Let's make the drone make a left turn too.
I mean, they took some weird angles. There was one time when it was kind of looking through like a I don't know if it was like I can't even remember if it was a door, a window, or like someone's little armpit. But it was just like, I was like, oh, that's a weird shot they chose to do. Like, why, like a drone shot, you're looking through that perspective. Like, because it doesn't do it.
Dude's trying to make art, man.
I'm just sick of drone shots, dude.
I don't mind them.
So if you're out there, Michael Bay, fuck you.
Yeah, I know you're listening, Michael Bay. Go fuck yourself, brother. Acting is fine, other than Paul Walker's sister or his love interest. Trash. She sucks. What the hell's her name?
Oh,
you're talking about Carlos Souza?
Yeah. Is she not?
The Mexican actress?
No. I'm sorry. I'm misremembering fucking who's even in that role. They both look so similar in my head.
Yeah, you're thinking of Jordana Brewster, but that's not who that is.
No,
I thought I was like, wait, what? And then you said like his wife or something. I was like, oh, like in real life?
No.
Yeah,
I totally misremember them, but she's trash. This was not the role for her. And now
she's a TV actress too, is the thing.
She was really good in How to Get Away with Murder. I liked her a lot, but in this,
what are you talking about again?
Carla Souza. She is terrible.
That's what I said.
Yeah. I said yeah.
Oh, and then someone else said a different name.
Yeah, James and I were getting to the bottom of how I fucked this up. You were right, Eric. Yeah. We just ignored you because you were right.
I was telling him who the Fast and Furious actress was.
We got it figured out. Okay. We got to move forward.
Yeah.
That extra name fucked me up.
Yeah. Eric, you pay attention selectively too.
Yeah, because we talked about it. He was trying to make sure that we heard him is what the problem was. But she's just terrible. And then her random Spanish words are awful.
It's terrible. The cheesy words. Like it's some
I mean, they were like, hey, you're Mexican. You speak Spanish. Throw in some shit in there.
But she threw just one word at the end of every sentence.
But I'd rather them have done that than the whole, like, I hate when people, like, just... I thought it was going to be like, oh, okay, they're going to have them speaking Spanish and not tell me what they mean. But I was like... Whatever, I guess this is what it is.
They popped up the fucking subtitles.
Yeah, but like I thought it was gonna be like, well, I thought they were gonna go more into lore with it. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, they're gonna go into like a lot of like Spanish shit. And
I mean, they're in LA, dude. Like 50% of the population is Hispanic.
But she talks about it. She does exposition lore, but there's no like what's it called? Flashback. So she talks about it like our people have been here for like 700 years. You know, there were temples here, blah, 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 blah. And, never mind. We're going to talk about how they actually explain it in about a minute because it's going to be spoilers if I talk about how it all ties in.
Because I have a question, but I think it's spoilers.
Yeah, we'll wait. We got another minute. Peter Stormare, absolutely fantastic. He was like, oh, this movie's just like John Wick. Yeah, I'll be in it. Fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah. I personally like Dave Franco. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about him.
This might be spoilers. The piss joke, whack as fuck. Take that out, and I think the character was exactly what it was supposed to be, and he was funny. But like the pee joke, like, oh, I pissed myself. The fact that they did that 3 times was whack as fuck.
Like
it's the rules of 3, man.
The first time was funny. It gets overdone. But like something about his like his character almost reminded me of his character in Neighbors. Yeah. And like I really liked his whininess. Like normally like stuff like that it like annoys me, but since Jamie Foxx was playing more of a straight man, it was working for me.
You hit the thing again, so you got a little loud. But yeah, I agree. It was they work off of each other
Dave
really
Franco.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice. All right. So
in general, like not even just movie, I just like Dave Franco in general. I think he's cool.
He's a super charming guy. Oh no, I gotta turn this off. Yeah, this thing.
He's the better Franco. I said it.
Well, yeah, he's not fucking using his power to prey on women or whatever.
Not that we know of, I guess.
Yeah, not that we know of. He might be better at hiding it than his brother. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for our spoiler-free discussion on Day Shift. If you want to watch the spoiler review of Day Shift, go ahead and click the dot and click on the other one and watch the first 10 minutes too. Fuck it. You want to rewatch it. I know you do. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
All right, let's spoil this shit.
Have you been linking those videos too?
Mm-hmm. I did it on the last one.
Okay.
But so she talks about it. She's like, "Oh, you know, the vampires. We have been here for fucking 700 years, and we built temples. Your people thought us gods." And then the end of the movie takes place in the temples that were built to enshrine the vampires.
It was some straight fucking what's that Quentin Tarantino movie? Fuck, why am I forgetting it now?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, it was some straight from Dusk Till Dawn. The bar is the temple.
That's a Robert Rodriguez film. Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
But my issue, like, why the fuck do they keep bringing up the other big bad? Are they setting up a sequel?
They have to be, yeah.
It sounded like it, yeah.
That or
El Jefe?
Or you're supposed to assume that she's the Jeffy?
But no, they say she's not. They specifically go and be like, "Oh, is she?" And he's like,
does. "No." Only one person. We don't see like everybody being like, "There's no way she's."
But the way she's moving like Wesker, dude. I don't know, man. Yeah. She might be El Jefe.
But like, she could also just be an elder. You know.
And she definitely is an elder, but like whether or not like the hierarchy, but also too because like she's the one bringing them together, but it's like also like, oh, it could be like, oh, okay, yeah, but actually it's El Jefe and she's just the face of it because she's doing the real estate shit.
I don't think so, because she talks about a lot throughout the movie. She's like, we're changing the rules around here. We're changing. Things are changing. And she like she put the dude under the house or whatever. Coming. Yeah. So she's probably not the Jefe, and she's probably fighting him. But she doesn't work for him. I don't think so at all. Because there wouldn't be a war if she worked for him.
Which is fine, and I can totally accept that because that does make sense. But I'm just like, and I guess, I don't know if you're adding lore or you're setting up a sequel, but I was just like, they went to it a couple times, and I was just like, but why? We don't need it.
Like even Dave Franco was like, these motherfuckers would never live with each other. What?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I mean, yeah, they're definitely setting up lore. It's just John Wick, but a vampire movie.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I kept thinking
honestly, I don't know if I liked it. I initially liked it, but then I was like, oh man, they're just trying to copy John Wick.
See, I like it.
I thought it was fine. I'm not gonna fucking
all right.
Yeah.
I would not like for Netflix, sure. Like I think for like a streaming movie, it is worth a watch. Like I don't think you need it's just an easy watch. The action is it's good enough. Some characters like Megan Good, I thought she got a bigger role. I was like, oh, Megan Good, that's interesting, and then she was just useless pretty much.
She was there for the butt shots and that's it.
Yeah.
The little kid had more lines than her, man.
The little kid was funny. I liked her. I like when, little kids are just fucking kind of assholes and like,
Yeah, I don't think we got enough of her one way or the other for it to really matter. Like, even if she was grading, she wasn't in the movie enough for it to matter. You
The
know?
neighbor was rushed. That was real weird, but I was like, okay, sure.
What neighbor?
I don't get what honestly
Our
don't get what
neighbor's
happened
the
there.
vampire.
Was she with them the whole time, or did she
I
get
can't
blooded in after she moved?
What are you
No,
talking
I
about?
think she was planted by girl after she already knew Jamie Foxx.
You're talking about Jamie Foxx's neighbor. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, we didn't see Megan Good's neighbor at all, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, that was super rushed. We get like
It was
2
so
scenes.
fast.
But the
I
movie's
think
only
we're
an
supposed-
hour and fucking change.
It's like
I mean,
an hour and
'cause
30
she
minutes,
said-
I think.
Yeah.
She blooded me. She's my something. But fuck her.
Yeah, which doesn't
Yeah, and I
make
don't
sense.
know how that works. That doesn't make sense in vampire lore, I feel.
Yeah, because she's supposed to like control her brain.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you make them do, and that's why, like, because they were like, oh, she's gonna control all the vampires, or like be like the mother, I guess you would say. And it's like, is that why they're all listening to her? Like all those different factions.
I don't even know, dude.
But why also Dave Franco? Like, I mean, it's a major spoiler, but like he also like
We're
I
in
understand
spoilers,
he's
so it
new,
doesn't matter.
but like
we're
why?
spoiling.
Like I don't get why those two weren't listening to the
Shh.
orders.
I don't
when
get why
everyone
they
else-
just
She
didn't
wasn't-
kill Jamie Foxx.
She wasn't there.
Besides his plot armor.
I mean, the woman, I don't even know what the fuck was her name.
But Dave Franco's like supposed to eat Jamie Foxx.
Heather.
Yeah.
Heather was under control because we see vampires all movie, and they're not constantly eating people, right? So the neighbor was under control. She's got it. She's drinking blood from
Since
the
day
supply
one?
she has. I mean, I don't think she just turned.
Oh, I guess I forgot she did have
She
supply.
She could have been turned for a while, and she just got
Right.
planted there.
I want to know why she was like, "Oh, you're my leader. I have to listen to you, so I'm gonna move in. I'm gonna get all this information on you, and then now that I gave you all the information, like, is the spell broke? Because now I'm on your side."
No, there's no spell.
That didn't make no fucking sense.
It's like a pack leader, like an alpha or something, just like dictates what's gonna happen. In other vampire lore, you just automatically obey the person who turned you, I'm pretty sure. But then there's other lore, like in True Blood, where that doesn't always happen. Like some vampires have it, some don't. But the fact that she like name dropped it means that she should have it. And
yeah,
maybe
she
it's-
explicitly said herself.
Yeah.
And then
it's so
a
weird.
few seconds later, she's like, "I'm gonna help you out."
Yeah, I don't understand how she was able to help him out the rest of the movie, which doesn't make sense.
There's
And
gotta
then,
be
like you said-
deleted scenes where it's like her breaking the spell and her like,
Yeah,
oh, never mind, I'm a free thinker, buddy. That's all me. I don't
And
know.
then, like you said, Dave Franco was literally put there. She literally said, "Dave Franco's gonna eat you."
Yeah,
but like he did try to eat him before he was satiated.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he got blood and then stopped because he wasn't hungry anymore. You know? So that
Yeah,
kind of
he's-
explains itself because he cut his fucking head off. You know?
and maybe it's because he cut his head off. Like, who knows?
No. That's a stretch, I think. Because
But like, even it's I still don't I. It's just like it makes no sense to bring up like, oh hey, I was listening to her because she has control, and then a brand new vampire being able to kind of like, and I'm sure he got blood or whatever, but they made like, look at these other ones, how much they were like feasting and like, you know, in that house when they were trying to kill him. I don't know how Dave Franco's character would have that much control not to try to eat him but the once.
maybe he's just strong-willed enough, or it's the fucking power of friendship, and he was like,
It's
I'm
all
not
the
gonna eat
lore he
you.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just wanted to set him up for the sequel.
I just took it as like whatever. Like that was one of those things where it's like, this is not really making too much sense with these two characters, but whatever. They're buddies and they're able to fucking overcome it. Like that, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think it's real quick though. Did you watch the trailer for this, Joey?
I watched the first minute. He shoots the old lady, and I go, I'm in. And I turned it off.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, does Snoop Dogg? Do they like put him in the trailer like
so
all the time?
Snoop Dogg is in the trailer. Because we were watching it and Alex knew he was gonna be there, and so I was like, "Oh fuck, it's fucking Snoop Dogg!" And she's like, "Yeah, he came up in the trailer," and I got real sad that I saw he was in it, because she like wanted to be surprised by it.
Oh, but he's like all
Oh.
over the advertisement though. So
That's what I'm saying.
surprised.
Did they
I don't watch
advertise him like
ads.
heavy?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I pay not to see him.
No, I'm talking about like when you see like even on the Netflix stuff when it pops up, like he's on. I'm pretty sure he's on the poster.
I didn't even look. I fucking
well.
found Day Shift, hit play. I was not even looking. And I'm sure his
Dude,
name's on it, but
I'm kind of like
I thought he'd be bigger.
I don't think I would have guessed that it was a vampire movie, but like I was scrolling through Google News yesterday and it like said something Day Shift vampire, and I was like, oh fuck, like because I literally didn't know this is like what this movie was going to be about at all.
I think we talked about it.
I mentioned it multiple times, saying like this is the Jamie Foxx vampire movie.
It's just
like
it's Eric's
glossed
selective
over it,
listening again. Yeah,
like I always knew it was a vampire movie. I just didn't know the premise of the whole Day Shift thing, which I think is interesting.
That's that John Wick lore again.
I do like it having the night and the day shift and having the whole union and stuff. And I got enough information to understand how it works, which I liked.
I mean, it didn't take much. It's
no.
If they would have made it more complicated, the movie would have been even fucking worse.
Yeah, it didn't need to be. It was pretty straightforward. Like, okay, fuck it. I thought it was interesting when they assumed that when he assumed the lady was older, but then he's like, she has to be, and it's like, oh no, well, because she was turned late, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I like that.
Yeah, that's but then that raises other interesting implications. So, do vampires age? Because they don't age in other literature. Like I
think it's their teeth. Like I think it's like you know how trees where they get the rings in the inside.
Right.
That's how I took it.
That's 100%. There's no other way that you could take it. But the way that they talked about it, they age. So like, do they age outwardly? Do they not? If they don't age outwardly, then why the fuck would he think that she's an elder just because she looks old? Because anybody could be an elder. They could be turned as a child 800 years ago. Now they're technically an elder, but you don't fucking know. Like, and this dude's a professional vampire slayer. How the fuck does he not know that? Go ahead, Eric.
Did I miss when Carlos Sousa's characters was like, "You killed my daughter"?
Yes, you missed that.
What was the explanation behind her being old? Because someone said like,
out. So they say, they say, you know, she came over to make a better life for her daughter, but by the time she had enough money to go back and bring her back, her daughter was old already. So she was already a vampire when she came over, or she became a vampire when she came over, got enough, or, you know, became a successful vampire, went back to get her, and she was ancient. So that's why she was old when Jamie Foxx fought her. And that's why I guess I don't know why I thought like elder.
I don't know why I thought she like rapidly aged or some shit because she was a vampire.
Yeah, they do such a bad job of picking and choosing vampire lore and then not sticking with it.
The way I took it was like, okay, whatever age you get bit at, you stay that age, but your teeth age. But then I get what you're saying because you're like, well, then how do you know that teenage boy wasn't bit as a teenager and his fangs are worth more? Like,
yeah, because you literally fucking don't. And Jamie Foxx doesn't fucking know either. Because
he's also careless, though.
Sure, yeah. But like, being careless and still knowing, like, because he clearly knows some shit, but apparently doesn't know other shit. Yeah, it's
like,
just really
and the whole time he's like, "Oh, I know my shit."
I know. Well,
apparently you don't.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
But also too, like they have so many different types and classes of vampires, like, and it's like so there's like more to it, and we don't.
But he knew that.
Yeah.
Sure, we don't know that, but we didn't write the movie, and we're not characters in the movie. But like, he should have known that. It's just so weird. They're just careless.
Maybe because because of who she was, maybe she was under protection more, so he just assumed it was like an older vampire. Because like if she's the daughter of like the head vampire, pretty much,
but he didn't know that. Yeah, he was just hunting vampires, and he got a tip that a vampire.
She was old, and he assumed, she was an elder.
Yeah,
and they said only by like 10 years though. So like, I don't know. You know, they're like, oh,
no, a decade. It was a decade late because she was 90. And 100 is an elder, I think, right? It wasn't a year. It was like 10 years or something like that.
Yeah. Oh no, I said 10 years.
Oh, okay.
But like that's another thing where I'm like, that doesn't like what?
Well, they have to have distinctions on what is an elder and what isn't.
But I feel like you have to be a vampire for X amount of years to be considered an elder. Like if she was 90 and then 10 years later. Like if she was 90 as a human?
No, that's not what it's based on. She had been a vampire for 90 years already. If he would have let her be a vampire for 10 more years, she would have technically been considered an elder.
That's what I'm asking, because
Yeah.
I'm like, so she could. I mean, she looks 90 in real life, human years. That's why I'm trying.
That's also part of the fucking problem. They did such a bad job because you get confused because you're doing the same thing as someone who doesn't know the universe. You're equating physical appearance to actual age.
I mean, that's what Jamie Foxx did, because like,
but she shouldn't have.
Say she was 85 and she's been a vampire for 15 years. I'm like, that shouldn't make her an elder because she's only a 15-year-old.
But we also don't know
vampire.
when she got.
Yeah. But I'm assuming, like, yeah, you're right. So, like, in 90 years, she could have been 75, and then 90 years has passed.
Yeah, she was 75 in 1910.
Yeah.
And then just spent the last 90 years being a vampire. That's what happened. But the movie just does a bad job explaining it, and that's why this is worse than John Wick.
Well, you have to make a lot of assumptions when watching.
And then Jamie Foxx is always trying to get an extra buck. He's always trying to say, "Hey, these are actually good teeth."
But that's a cool character trait, though, because he's really just a con man who's really good at hunting vampires, is what it is.
She had one line I thought was really funny when he gets knocked over for the millionth time. He's like, I should have just got another job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this movie's funny as hell. I think this movie is so silly, and it's just really funny. And the random off-the-wall characters, like Snoop Dogg being an actual cowboy and, like, running around with a minigun and shit, like, that's super cool.
Dude, he had one of the best uses of miniguns I've ever seen in movies. Like,
he was
honestly.
real good with it, too. He was
super efficient.
Down. Yeah.
But like, it just there's some things where it's like I did like the humor. I thought it was funny. There was about 7-8 times where I was just like, ha, like
I was cackling at a couple scenes. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie though. I thought it was so fucking cheesy, dude. When he does his final hurrah, Snoop Dogg. And he says West Side for life.
West Side for life.
I thought this shit was so fucking bad, man.
I loved it when he wore the blue bandana.
The blue bandana, dude?
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I thought that part was cool. But the whole West Side for life, I was like, dude, what is this?
But they probably didn't write that. He was probably like, yo, if I'm going to die, I'm going out like a straight G. I'm wearing my fucking blue bandana. I'm throwing up the W and I'm fucking dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I hope nobody wrote that.
They should have killed him, but they let him live, I guess.
His last little hurrah, it doesn't make sense. But I guess it was just a flashing light instead of a bomb.
It's just UV light.
Yeah, it's a UV bomb. I mean, they do the same shit in Blade. Yeah.
Yeah,
in Blade,
and Resident Evil. They use that shit all the time.
No, in Blade, it wouldn't have killed him because he's a human.
Wasn't it shrapnel?
No.
I guess this one was probably not shrapnel.
No. In Blade 2, the UV bomb, it goes and it opens up and it shoots out light and it burns all the vampires.
Oh, I guess.
There's no shrapnel. I'm surprised.
I think the thing that could have, I guess, killed them was if the zombies, or if the vampire in Blade, I'm talking, the vampires bursting in flames. That fire could have killed somebody. I guess.
Not Blade though.
Blade's a day.
I mean, obviously not Wesley Snipes because he's the main character.
It wouldn't have killed. Big John wasn't a main character. He would have lived through Blade. He'd been like, "Fuck this."
Unless it had that wood lore thing. I was like, oh, okay. It's like a play on the stake to the heart, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of liked it. I was like, okay.
But then
the whole butthole fucking powder.
Yeah, that was funny though.
I like that lore. The whole when you kill a vampire, there's gas that gets on you, and they can, sniff it out. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I like that as well. I mean, they set up some cool shit though. Like the world itself is interesting. It just some shit they were like, okay, I'm gonna explain this properly. Other shit they were like, I'm not gonna explain this at all. And other shit is like, I'm gonna explain this poorly. So you're really trying to figure out.
I mean, they should have. So the guy who wrote this movie worked on John Wick 3, 4, and 5. Just so we're aware.
Hayton?
No. Yeah, Shay Hayton. Yeah.
Because Tyler Tice, you can click on him, so I'm assuming.
He doesn't exist. But they should have cut out the car chase scene, add a little bit more lore, and
You think a flashback
make a better
lore?
movie. Not even that. Just explain a little bit more shit to me.
But
you
like
know?
they were setting up the war, which I think is weird because they're like, oh,
Not
why
with
would
that
they
chase
have?
scene?
Huh?
They weren't setting up shit with that chase scene.
No, not the chase scene. I'm saying just like
You
shit
said
they were
the
setting up
war.
that they were setting up the war multiple times, but it's like it's for a sequel. It has to be. But if they don't make a sequel to this movie, it's pointless because it's like they're like, oh, why would the vampires have the bullets with the wood tips?
Netflix
Like,
is gonna see the ratings and be like, yeah, we're not writing a sequel.
No, they'll greenlight movies even if it's not rated well. They only
it depends
care
how many
about,
watches it gets.
Yeah, they only care about if people are going to watch it.
Yeah,
And
and
this
I think
movie's
this will
got
get
a-
enough watches.
It's got a 63% so far. Not a lot of people have reviewed it. It might go up. Dude, fucking people are going to love seeing Snoop Dogg with that minigun, and they're going to rate it highly, man.
They're gonna say, I'm also a Westlife for Life person.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this shit up. I'm done talking about this movie. It's leaving a worse taste in my mouth the more we talk about it.
I think we like the same things and hate the same things about it. It could have been better. It is what it is.
I thought the car chase was ass. I personally didn't like the whole Westlife for Life and then not killing the character, but I get it. It's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, but it's because you're an East Coast boy, you know?
Yeah,
You're right,
that's
dude.
why.
I'm more of a Biggie fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're more of a Biggie, less of
Yeah,
a
you're right.
Tupac.
dude, I'm in fucking Team Jada. We love Tupac.
Ugh. I will
Thank
never be
you.
team. You know what? I'm fucking canceling Tupac because he was
Shit,
associated with Jada.
I'm Team Making Good, dude. Tell you that right now.
Honestly, underutilized.
Dude, and she's a jack of all trades in this movie. She
Yeah.
works out. She's out here placing new tile, trying to sell this house.
You replaced
Come
that
on.
door.
Money
Yeah,
moves.
by herself
Also-
too.
That whole fucking like, I got 7 days, and the whole movie takes place in 7 days.
But
But then it's like,
the
but then
story-
she signs a lease in one day.
No, the storytelling
and, like,
doesn't make
moves
any
in.
sense because you see him meet Dave Franco's character, and then you think it's only been a day, and he's like, "All right, it went from I have 7 days to I got 2 days left, guys." So you've been working with Dave Franco for 5 days, and this is his first vampire hunt 5 days in.
And it's the first time you show him you have the fucking file.
Oh my
You waited 5 days.
You waited 5 fucking days, Jamie
You're
Foxx.
supposed to, at first violation, you're supposed to report Dave Franco, and you're waiting.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. He's out here, he's got a whole fucking list, and he's like, wow, I better wait until I got the comprehensive list this time. This movie's
And
so
then the boss
frustrating.
being a dick for no reason.
He might be racist. No, but he
I
likes
think
Big John.
he's jealous of their relationship. I feel
Yeah.
because he loves Big John, and then he's like, "What the fuck
No,
does this guy have on you?"
No, I don't think he's jealous. I think it's more of like a Jamie Foxx has caused so many troubles for him that he's just like, I fucking hate Jamie Foxx. He's
I mean, yeah,
such a
He's
He's the
headache.
worst
for me.
paperwork.
employee there is, dude.
Oh.
He's a terrible employee.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. The man gets results. Sure, he.
But at what cost?
I mean, shit, the cost of some fucking square having to do some fucking paperwork. My man's clearing nests, homie. During the nighttime, he's clearing nests. Fuck that,
Yeah.
fuck that
Also,
birthday
I
Well,
party,
you
like
bro.
got the
Syrian
brothers that are
bros.
doing it the right way and doing the same amount of damage.
Were they even doing it the right way?
I don't think they
though?
were doing it the right way.
I
dude.
don't think so either.
I don't know the rules. They don't explain those too well.
He went, look, bro, we're gonna go in, bro. We're gonna mow him down.
We're gonna split it, bro.
We're gonna split it, bro.
Bro, I'm out of gun, bro.
Yeah, give me your,
I mean,
give me your
that
knife
action
boot, bro.
sequence, though, fire.
Everything, all of the action sequences were really fucking cool. It was the bullshit
Yeah.
between them that was like, "Eee, this
Yeah.
isn't great."
Anytime people did a Halo fucking backflip when they got headshot,
Oh man, it's
that
so
shit was
good.
sweet.
Yeah, they ragdolled so fucking hard.
But then it just had such good the overall dialogue not great, but the little quick wit stuff when he's just like, I can't believe he just threw me up those stairs. Like there's
Yeah.
like little moments that are like, bro, it's so witty. This
Com-
movie's so witty.
The comedy writing is really good.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, let's do this really quick. James, what's your favorite part of Day Shift?
The horde clearinghouse scene.
Eric?
When the dude, when the Zeran bro was like, "Hey, bro, I'm out. Give me a round," and they fucking flip a bullet
Yeah, he
into his chamber, and he purposely shoots it as the zombies or the vampires jumping at him.
See,
I
like
was like,
so
this
good.
shit's awesome.
I
Yeah.
couldn't pick a selective scene from that like scene itself because I think it's all so good. But that is another moment that makes like what I said good. Like there's
Or,
just
like,
like so many
yeah.
little good things in there.
Yeah.
Or when he unveils like his boot blades and he just starts going ham.
And he's got like one on the front and one on the back. It's so
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
Or when Snoop Dogg out of nowhere fucking does some karate shit. I mean, it wasn't him, obviously, but
Yeah. And you
He said,
could
you didn't
tell
even stretch.
you could tell because that dude is so much bigger than him. Like, because
Yeah.
he's such a slim dude, and it's like,
is he
oh,
really
man.
that tall?
He's
Snoop Dogg. I never looked up
he's
his height.
6'4". The only reason he
Yeah.
looks so big is because Jamie Foxx is only 5'9".
Also, he's like lanky. When you're that lanky, you look tall as fuck.
Yeah.
And
but
his
yeah,
coat was taller than Jamie Foxx.
yeah, he just looks big because Jamie Foxx isn't a big dude.
And even the brothers, I feel like, are big dudes in general. Like, and then Dave Franco's short, so like,
yeah.
Mm.
I think my favorite part, I don't know, man. That end fight scene, just beginning to end, is wild as hell. The whole end set piece.
Yeah.
The way that fucking Snoop Dogg busts through the wall and just comes out with a minigun and starts mowing familiars. It's so good.
I really liked also was when they went down into the tunnels or whatever. I was like, oh, this feels like a video game more than anything they've done, and I really liked it. It reminded me of like a Resident Evil shit, which I liked.
Yeah.
And then when they came out, they were like clayed into the wall, and then they fucking backflipped out of it because their fucking feet are on their head. Like
so
the
weird.
contortion stuff was
Contortionists.
it was
Yeah.
crazy.
They got their Circus Soleil fucking cast to
Yeah.
be in this movie.
All right, James, what was your least favorite part of Day Shift?
Just some of the like. Well, I guess the villain herself isn't good. Like,
Yeah.
and I think if she was better,
But
the movie
she's a
could be
woman,
better.
huh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
because she was a real estate agent. And I fucking hate real estate agents.
You
I guess.
can't tell me that her right-hand man wasn't more intimidating.
So much more intimidating.
So much more.
Dude,
Dude, let
he
him
didn't
choke
say
the shit out
anything.
of people.
Yeah, he was choking the shit out of people until they ripped his fucking arms off.
Yeah, that was cool.
I
But like
wish it looked
also,
she's
cooler.
She's a real estate agent. You're telling me she never walked in front of a goddamn mirror in her house? In
Not in
her
front of
houses
other-
that she shows?
She might not show them though. She's the
I guess
face of it.
if she's the boss, yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna have her minions.
I thought the sunscreen thing was an interesting little lore thing.
eh,
Yeah, sunscreen's not that powerful.
yeah. I mean,
In this world, it is.
too bad they didn't explain it. It may have been interesting had they done just a tiny bit of explaining, and they were just
Well, they
like,
skipped over the whole like downstairs area that was explaining shit.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh yeah,
they went,
guns,
oh fuck,
sunscreen.
this is that secret
God.
sunscreen I've been seeing.
lead bullets, huh?
Yeah,
They're
oh my
vampire
God.
hunters,
No, they're not. Yeah.
killers.
Yeah.
Or, I figure if they said hunters or killers.
No,
I'm assuming they're killing
They
El
said-
Jefe's crew.
They said they're lead bullets. They're not expecting vampires because they would have been
that.
silver. So that's why James Franco got shot a ton. Is because they were just lead bullets because they weren't expecting. They were expecting.
mixed up
Jamie
my lore.
Foxx. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard you saying. I got confused with what you were saying.
Eric, what's your least favorite part?
The drone shots and Snoop Dogg saying Westside for life.
You're just a hater. That's his
Yeah.
shit, and you took it from him.
I liked. They should have kept it at the subtle nod of just being the bandana.
My
I
man's
think they
anything
went too
but
over
subtle,
the
though.
top.
He's a performer. He's not subtle.
Someone just keeps getting timed out in the chat.
Yeah, I reduced the stuff. Yeah, that car chase scene's the worst. The worst part of the movie. I would rather have the shitty jokes and the bad lines and just remove the fucking car scene because it's trash.
Why did she have them chasing them in the car if they were gonna be at the house anyways?
To kill him early? I don't know. Why? I mean, it's not a
for
bad
action.
idea. Why not just fucking kill him if you can kill him? You know, like, sure, she's all about the theatrics, but she's very obviously intelligent. So she's like, if I could catch him early, let me catch him early and kill him. Like, it's not the
Yeah.
worst idea.
Not the best.
Not the best either.
Waste of resources, but okay.
Only because they died. I don't think she expected them to die.
Yeah.
All right, cinema score. Would we rent it? No.
No.
Nah.
Would we buy it physically?
No.
Would we buy it digitally?
No.
Nah.
No. Would we buy it in the $5 bin at your local establishment?
No.
Nope.
No. Would we put it on in the background while people are over?
Yeah. It's fine. It's a Netflix
To
movie.
hear some LA bangers, sure, dude.
Yeah, but
I mean,
you only
action's
get a
so
snippet
fine.
of the LA bangers, though. Would we recommend it?
Sure. I mean, I can see a lot of people liking like this to me is like typical like streaming movie that a lot of people would take the time to watch, and it's short. Like if this was a 2-hour movie, 2 hours 15 minutes, no.
Sure, man. You've exhausted all your resources. You've watched you're caught up.
I mean, a lot
You've
of people
watched
like Jamie
good
Foxx.
movies.
Yeah, I would have to really ask them, like, hey, I'm gonna double check with you because I'm not
You
gonna
love
fucking
vampires.
Yeah, but you've seen every other vampire movie on the fucking planet. There's some stipulations for sure.
Then it's a yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Other
is
than that, it's a no.
Yeah.
For me, it's an easy like, oh, hey, have you seen Day Shift? I'm like, oh yeah, it's fine if you want to watch it. Like, I'm not saying like, oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna tell him, man, you got better shit to do, man. Watch the Five Bloods.
Yeah, you got better fucking vampire movies to watch, dude.
sure, but most people are gonna look at the top 10 on Netflix and be like, oh, this is trending.
I mean, even if somebody asks, the first thing I'm gonna do is say, is there anything else you haven't seen on that list? Because I guarantee something's better than this.
Watch
That's
from
just
Dusk Till
TV,
Dawn.
though.
I'm telling you that right now.
Sure, but like, if you're talking about they're gonna look at the top 10, this is not the first one I'm recommending. I'm
Yeah.
gonna run through the top 10 first, find the best one they haven't seen, recommend that one. This is a
What is
less,
a Netflix top
this is a last resort. This is
I don't-
truly
Yeah,
A
this is
last
a
resort.
last
Without-
resort for me too.
Without knowing the top 10 on Netflix, I don't know. Because I'm sure there's some shit on there.
I mean, maybe, but it's probably better shit than this.
I'd rather watch The Gray Man, and I hated The Gray Man.
I mean, the Gray Man seemed cool. I still never saw it, but
I
it
like
seemed
the
cool.
Gray Man.
All right, and then ratings.
Oh shit, this is number 1 in the US right now.
Yeah, it just came out.
Number 2 is Uncharted. Number 3 is Purple Hearts. Number 4 is Sing 2.
Sing 2 is better than this movie.
Number 5 is
Sound
The
about.
Informer.
It's just animated singing
It's an
animals.
animated movie.
It's
Yeah.
good. They're fun. I like the Sing movies.
Yeah. It's a lot of action movies, actually.
Yeah, I'm not recommending this over any other action movie on that list.
I mean, I don't know what this Informer is, but that's probably ass.
This
The
movie
Nice
is
Guys
ass.
on here, though. The Nice Guys would definitely be the number 1.
Yeah, so I'm not recommending this movie then. Fuck it.
Yeah, this is
It's a
only
hard
yeah
no.
yeah.
There's some real stipulations to recommending
Like you
it.
said, it's only number 1 because it just came out.
Yeah. They're always number 1 when they first
You look
come out.
tomorrow, it's
Any
gonna
new
be gone.
Netflix is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was number 6 when I watched it yesterday, so it's really moved up.
Yeah, because 3 people watched it.
When the
Three
fuck did
different
Uncharted get on here?
This past week actually.
Yeah,
Wow.
this last week.
Let's wrap this up. We could talk about this in between shows.
I gave this 5 out of 10 rings on your teeth or some shit, whatever.
5 out of 10
Vampires.
rings. When you
Yeah.
cut the teeth in half, there's gonna be 5 rings on the inside. You gave this a 5. Is it a 5? I'm gonna look.
I'm
up
looking
the
at
thing.
because I remember I made my descriptions for my ratings.
Yeah,
I keep on forgetting to pop this up, but yeah, it's a 5 for me. Average, not good,
Oh.
not bad, right in the middle. This movie shouldn't stand out. Heck, maybe it came out and nobody talked about it.
Yeah.
I've never seen your list.
So our 5s right now are Jingle All the Way, Sorority Row, Nightmare Alley, The Nun, V for Vendetta. This is fucking 5 vampire teeth out of 10.
What's our 6s? Because I
You
don't.
forgot
I
to pull the
prefer
other
some
one?
of those movies.
Yeah, no. There was one missing. He was homeless.
Yeah.
He was homeless and he got turned.
Yeah.
6s I Love You Man, Spectacular Now, West Side Story, Marry Me, Stepmom, From Dusk Till Dawn, Reservoir Dogs, Spiral, This Is the End, Desperado,
Oh, from Dusk Till Dawn? Perfect.
Drive My Car, Venom, Insidious is our 6s.
Oh, so this is a 5.5 for me. 5.5. Out of 9 hours because I'm only working half the day shift.
Damn. All right, I'll update them later. I don't feel like doing it right now. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in on twitch.tv/Sooner or Later TV, the Sooner or Later TV YouTube channel, or my personal Facebook account for our review of Day Shift. Continue listening and watching and showing your support on all social media at Sooner or Later TV. If you couldn't catch us live, don't worry. You can listen to us on all podcasting platforms and watch us back on YouTube. Just look up Sooner or Later TV. Our episodes are recorded live on Sundays, potentially Saturdays moving forward, and uploaded every Wednesday afternoon. So tune in next week for our review of Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.